Alrighty, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all doing fantastic. Hope you guys all had a great Easter. We're back with another video. I know it's been a little while since I had a last video. Obviously, this week the Pies were playing out of state, so there would obviously have been no match day vlog. Today, though, we've got a bit of a different video. We're going to be going over some of the best performances from round 4 from individual players. Specifically, not so much as a team like I previously had done in my 9 winners or losers video. Now, at the moment, I'm going to be sort of stopping that series, just going by the response to those videos. They don't seem to get as many views as the other ones, and I think that's partly because there's already so many people who do a similar video like that, and also just all the other media and articles that come out throughout the week. By the time I do get those videos out, most of you guys have already seen or heard most of the stories. So I think this is a better video and a better idea that not as many people do. In fact, I don't think I've seen anyone sort of do something similar like this. So really what I'm asking you guys is to give me feedback in the comments below and let me know if you like this video better than, say, the 9 winners or losers video. And yeah, really just let me know in the comments, smash a like on the video, and if you guys are new, make sure you subscribe, because most of you guys watching aren't subscribed. So if you are, and you are continuing to enjoy the videos, make sure you do so and subscribe. We are on that way to 300 at the moment, and yeah, I'd really appreciate that. All right, so it must be said, there were a heap of great performances this round. So I've selected 5 performances that I really liked. Now, by no means am I ranking these from worst to best. It's just 5 performances. I guess I'll sort of rank them from the ones that I thought and most enjoyed watching, but you know, don't take the ranking too seriously. But starting off, we've got to go over some honorable mentions here, because there were a heap of performances, as I said, that were standout and just magnificent. So first of all, in my honorable mentions is Nick Dacos. Obviously, the Pies lost on Thursday night, but he had a stunning game still. 38 disposals, over 600 meters gained, 2 goals, and I think most importantly, 16 contested contested possessions, which is great to see, because most people, and you know, the common feedback he gets is that he doesn't win the ball on the inside and he just gets chip kicks here and there, kick outs, stuff like that, which is clearly just not true. Next up, Charlie Curnow. He had a magnificent performance against North Melbourne. Didn't include it on the list here because I think realistically it's against North Melbourne. 2 of North Melbourne's key defenders were out, so 6 goals, and we know when North Melbourne are out, so I don't think it's like overly impressive. Obviously 6 goals is huge, but did include it on the list. And similarly, Jeremy Cameron, who's just kicked 7 against Hawthorn. I think it's sort of in the same boat there. Hawthorn, we obviously know where they are. They're a bottom 4 side, they're rebuilding, so as much as that is a magnificent performance, I think you do have to take into account the team that it was against. Another mention here is Adam Treloar, who was very, very close to being on this list here. He had a magnificent performance as well for the Doggies, with 25 disposals and 10 clearances. Another one, Jack Higgins, 4 goals against St Kilda. He looked dangerous, kicked some really, really nice goals, and it's great to see him, you know, getting back around the goals and kicking some stunners there. And yeah, overall, heaps of honorable mentions, and let me know what you guys think down in the comments. But getting into the actual list here, in my number 5 spot here is Isaac Rankin. Now, I don't think many of you guys maybe would have had him as a standout performance for this round, but to me, honestly, in watching this Freo game, he was just working so nicely in that Adelaide forward line. Obviously, he switched from the Suns, and Adelaide are going to be so happy to have gotten him. He is just fit in so well. I mean, Adelaide at the moment, they have so many great small forwards, and Rankin has just slot in there beautifully. Only kicked 2 goals, it has to be said, but he made so many opportunities for the rest of his team, leads, stuff like that. Around the stoppage, he was very, very good. And also 5 tackles, which, you know, has to be taken into account. Very, very good in that inside 50. You know, his pressure as well helps out all those other smalls in that Adelaide forward line. And as a part of the reason why Adelaide played such a good game on, was it Saturday, I think? Yeah, so really good. Their forward line, the complete opposite to how Freo was. But yeah, Isaac Rankin definitely going to have some, I mean, throughout the year, we're going to see him do this plenty more times, and I think he's going to be in for a 4 or 5 goal game sometime in the future this year. All right, my next key performance and star performance I want to highlight for this round has to go to Harry Sheezel. Obviously, I think we all know by this point Harry Sheezel is going to be an absolute star and is definitely probably going to win the Rising Star. I'd assume he's favourite at the moment to win that, but on the Thursday evening against Carlton, 37 disposals, 400 meters gained. very, very good through the midfield off that back line, and he's helping North Melbourne just really set up some great plays from end to end, helping them get better inside 50s and stuff that obviously is going to help with getting better delivery to those forwards within that North Melbourne forward line. And overall, just a very, very clean player. At a young age, you can already tell he's going to be fabulous for North Melbourne. And I think at this point, if you're a North Melbourne supporter, you may not be too worried anymore or disappointed with Jason Horne-Francis leaving, because Harry Sheedy, I think he's going to be an amazing player for at least the next 10 years with North Melbourne. It's also got to be mentioned, you cannot forget, he's going to be playing over one of the best coaches in the modern era, that being Alistair Clarkson. I mean, you just cannot wait to see the things he does. Definitely, I can't wait to see the battles that, Dacos, Ashcroft, Sheasel, all these young guys coming through are going to have in the years to come. It's going to be amazing, and yeah, I think he's definitely going to be wrapped up for the Rising Star this year. All right, guys, next up here in the, the third spot here we have, and this might actually be a surprise to some of you guys, we got Charlie Cameron. Obviously, the Pies got done on Thursday night, and he was a big part of that. Him and, of course, Cam Rayner as well. But focusing on Charlie Cameron here, 6 goals from 14 disposals. And unfortunately, as a Pies supporter and viewer watching this game, every single time the Brisbane transferred or gone from their midfield to their forward line and had space and Charlie Cameron was on a run, you just knew there was like a 70% chance that Charlie Cameron was going to go ahead and kick a snag. Now, a big part of why Charlie Cameron was able to have such a good game like this is because of the delivery and the quick entries through that midfield into the forward line from that Brisbane midfield, who were on top of us most of the game, it has to be said. And yeah, 6 goals. He just did some crazy things. There was this one time where he was running towards the goals. I think it was Darcy Moore and Billy Frampton were chasing him, and it looked like he was surely going to go out of bounds and, had nowhere to go, and quickly just took a straight dash to the left and just lost his defenders. It was honestly just one of those things you just have to laugh at. You can't even be mad at it when one of these just extreme talents does something like that, because realistically, there's not many guys in the AFL that can match up to someone like Charlie Cameron that has the legs and the agility that he does. So yeah, 6 goals. And it's not the first time he's done that either. I think he's kicked 6 goals a few times at the Gabba. And yeah, huge part of why Brisbane got that 30-point odd win on that Thursday night. All right, so my next star performance here for my second spot has to go to Jake Stringer. Dons fans, I think they're going to be happy about this one, because I think we've been crying out, or especially Essendon fans have been crying out to see Jake Stringer back to his best. He's obviously been so inconsistent and I guess unlucky with injuries, hamstring stuff. Some people think his fitness isn't up to standards, and whether any of that's true, the fact is he's still got it and he can still do it on the Sunday night there. 4 goals from 15 disposals. And it was very, very impressive against a Giants side that played very well. This was actually one of the better games for the round, to be honest. It was a tight tussle for most of the night. His first 3 quarters weren't, anything grounds breaking, but he kicked into action when it mattered in that third quarter, kicking 3 goals, which arguably, it did really, it wasn't something to argue over. He did win the game for Essendon there when it was close, getting them over the line. And I think it was like a 15 point win for the Essendon Bombers over the Giants there. Really good game to watch, actually. And yeah, I guess the real question is for Jake Stringer, can he keep this up? Because we sort of see him have these performances, once every 3-4 months, and then he goes quiet for a bit or he gets injured, something like that. So I guess a key part for, where Essendon are going to finish this year is if Jake Stringer can have more consistent performances like this. He was just doing some magnificent stuff. He, just having fun really with it. 55-meter barrel, because why not? And, just kicking stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know. Will we see Jake Stringer do this more? Only time will tell. All right, so on to my number 1 star for this round in terms of individual performances has to go to Marcus Bontempelli. Now, this one, just personally, I watched this game on my stream, the live watch along. He was probably one of the best performances I've seen for a while from a midfielder. What a clearance beast. It almost seems like at one point he was the only doggies midfielder, on the ground, and he was just dominating every single time that ball went up. At the start of that game, it was goal for goal. I think, the Dogs went on like a 5 or 6 goal streak in the first quarter, getting out to like a 30-point lead. Every single time he'd get that clearance, it'd go straight into the Doggies forward line, and it was one of the reasons why they were up for those first 2 quarters. Not only that, when Richmond, pulled the game back, and the wet weather started, becoming a factor to that game, slowing the play down a bit, slowing down the goals, he was still there getting clearances. 10 clearances for the Bont, 25 disposals as well. And him and Treloar combined were 20 out of the 42 total clearances for the Western Bulldogs. So just absolutely instrumental. I mean, it just goes to show why he is one of those best players in the league. And I mean, if he keeps this up, he's going to be absolutely going for a Brownlow this year. Who knows, really. A magnificent performance to watch, and was just amazing, really. Another honourable mention that I probably should have mentioned at the start from this game as well was Liberatore. He had an insane first quarter. I think he had something like 4 or 5 clearances as well, just in the first quarter alone. And yeah, those two really was a part of the reason why the Doggies seemed to be getting back in form now. But yeah, Bontempelli, magnificent performance. Anyway, guys, that just about does it for this video. Let me know your feedback. Let me know what you thought of this video. I'll try and keep this up if this is something you guys like. And I'm also down to take suggestions for, who you guys think are the players of the round, the best star performances. Obviously, there were so many, and that's why I had so many honorable mentions at the start of the video. But yeah, guys, I'd like to hear what your thoughts are down in the comments below. I've said that a few times now. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I truly do mean it. Let me know what you think. And yeah, I've started up a Discord channel as well. So if you guys want to join that, I'm going to be doing heaps of stuff in there. It's going to be a great little community forum for you guys to discuss stuff during game day, during the match day streams, everything like that, as well as make sure you subscribe and all the other socials are down below. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you tomorrow with the tipping video. Peace out and bye-bye.